Yeah, my name is Dick Fox, and I'm an old newsboy selling Lansing Spoof Journal for the Old Newsboys Association. We raise money for school kids for shoes and boots and socks within a 25-mile radius of Lansing. It was started by George Palmer back in the early 1900s when he's a Lansing school truant officer. And Palmer realized a lot of kids were missing school because they didn't have shoes and boots. So he started the Palmer Shoe Fund, and it evolved into the Lansing Old Newsboys Association.
The thing that amazes me, for nearly 90 years now, this whole thing has been pulled off by volunteers and through a one-day sale. And so we have generations of people in the greater Lansing area who will come up to us and say, I remember when Old Newsboys helped me, helped my family. And that kind of thing just makes it all worth it.
Hi, I'm Greg Huntington, and I've been doing the Old Newsboys now probably 18 to 19 years since my father passed on. I've started doing it with my family. I have my son with me, Jeff, and my brothers and my sister and my mom still work on it every year. We've been quite a few years now working this, and always make it a good time. And I hope that there are others that will like to support this program. This is one of the few of these kind of fundraisers that the money goes entirely for the project. There's no administrative costs, and I think that's one of the reasons my dad supported it, and that's certainly one of the reasons I support it. And I think that's great for the community that all that money can go back to the kids in this local area.
I'm Terry Bernero, and I'm principal at Luton Elementary School. This year I was lucky enough to be one of the co-chairs for the Old Newsboys. For the past couple years, Luton School has been involved with the Old Newsboys charity. As a principal, I see the need. I hand out at least 100 applications a year, so I know that our parents are very appreciative of what they're doing for the Lansing area school children. Boots and shoes may be a small thing to some, but it's very important that kids have what they need to get to school.
Old Newsboys has been part of the fabric here in the Lansing community for over 80 years, and their mission has never changed, and it's to buy shoes and boots for deserving children, and they've been doing it since 1924, so I think that's pretty amazing. I'm in the business of helping young people, and certainly appreciate the blessings and the gifts that I have, but more importantly, if I have an opportunity to help lend to a cause that generates some much needed items for young people and children, I'm 100% behind it.
This is really important to my husband Sean, because as a child he got shoes from the Old Newsboys, and I told them that, you know, his dad left when he was 11 years old. His mom didn't have a job. They really didn't have any money, and he had to wear patches on his clothes. And he said, you know, the one thing that he liked best about the Old Newsboys was that they never asked any questions. Apparently a man showed up at the door, took them to Penny's to buy shoes, and the only question that they were asked was, did you want brown or black? And it's hard for me to tell that story without my voice cracking.
The Old Newsboys really helped us out, you know, with getting us shoes, so we had something to wear. It's really was a nice thing, and it's really been great working with them all these years. And I'm gonna keep doing it. It's fun and it's worthwhile.
It feels like I've been in the community a long time. I think I've been in this probably helping to raise awareness for this cause for at least 20 years. They work hard all year. It's a wonderful committee. There are a lot of people from all walks of life that support this and hold meetings.
I'm John Schneider, retired columnist for the Lansing State Journal. I got involved with Old Newsboys almost as soon as I got into town, and I sincerely believe it's one of the better charitable organizations in Lansing. It virtually no overhead, and all the money that's raised goes to buy boots and other footwear for needy kids, and that's about as basic as you can get in terms of what people need to survive.
I remembered that people would come and take us like to Penny's or Shepherd's downtown Lansing, and they would get us good leather shoes. That's what I remember most, was the new shoes and the boots, and then the baskets at Easter and Christmas and stuff, you know, that had fruit and ham and stuff. But the Newsboys, those were good shoes. I always have gave to the Newsboys. because it's something that kids that otherwise wouldn't have been able to have had that opportunity to have dry feet. I will always, like, let's say your first love, you'll always have that clear down deep in your heart that you keep.